everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I am incredibly pumped to have you here today because, well, we're embarking on a true zero to hero journey. Look, if you use AI every day, you might already feel like you know your way around. But today, we're going to transform you from a casual user into a true AI power user. We're going to completely unpack what separates your average everyday prompt from genuine automated brilliance. So, I've got to kick things off with a pretty relatable question. Are you using only 1% of ChatGPT? I mean, think about it. When was the last time you used it? Most of us are logging in every single day to write a quick email, brainstorm some ideas, or maybe do a little light research. But here's the reality. By just treating it like a basic text box, we're leaving massive, honestly almost futuristic capabilities entirely untouched. We are quite literally using just a tiny fraction of what this tool can actually do. Okay, let's dive into this roadmap and see how we're going to layer on these skills. Number 1, moving beyond basic prompts. Number 2, the RTCRO prompt framework. 3, multimodal, sight and sound. 4, agents and deep research. And finally, number 5, customizing your AI assistant. Let's jump right into section 1, moving beyond basic prompts, the root of the problem. We have these incredibly powerful new models available to us right now, things like GPT-5 featuring instant and pro modes. But despite all that raw horsepower, the biggest bottleneck? Yeah, it's usually our human input. Honestly, 99% of people get poor, bland, cookie-cutter results simply because they don't give the AI enough context. We're essentially acting like it can read our minds without actually typing out our goals. And this brilliantly illustrates the issue. Think about a basic prompt like, plan a 3-day Goa trip. The AI has no idea if you're a solo traveler, a family of 4, or if you're strictly vegetarian, right? So it just spits out a generic day 1, day 2 list. But a power prompt, that includes tailored context, specific preferences, and formatting constraints. Changing how we type our instructions is the absolute single biggest behavioral shift we need to make here. Which brings us to section 2, the RTCRO prompt framework, your golden rule. If bad prompting is the root of the problem, RTCRO is your actionable solution. These are the 6 crucial steps you need to follow. First up, role. Who is the AI supposed to be? An expert travel agent? Second, task. What exactly do you want it to do? Third is context. This is where you drop in your background, like where you're traveling from. Fourth, reasoning. How should it approach the problem? Fifth, output format. Do you want a cable, a list, maybe a PDF? And finally, 6th, stopping condition, giving it very clear boundaries so it knows exactly when the job is done. This structured format gives the AI the exact guardrails it needs to succeed. Just look at the difference here. By using the RTCO framework, the AI doesn't just hand you a generic list. It actually thinks through the problem, scours TripAdvisor, and generates a highly customized, downloadable PDF travel guide. We're talking vegetarian-only cafes, exact hotel pricing, and even hidden gems like turtle shores. It instantly turns a basic, boring itinerary into a professional-grade document, all because we gave it the right boundaries. Moving on to section 3, multimodal, sight and sound. Up until now, we've kind of treated ChatGPT like a text-based search engine, but now it's time to give it human-like senses. You've got voice mode for incredibly natural real-time dialogue and voice dictation for hands-free text. You have file uploads where you can literally drop an entire massive Excel spreadsheet into the chat and have it analyze the data. And of course, image generation. You could ask it to whip up a hyper-realistic iPhone ad set right on the Bengaluru Airport Road, or take a really dense topic, like a GST reform bill, and turn it into a polished, cartoon-style infographic in literally seconds. And I love this detail from our source material. Voice mode can adapt to your instructions instantly. You could be speaking to it in English and suddenly ask it to switch to Hindi and sound a bit more humorous, and it just does it, seamlessly. Honestly, voice mode shouldn't just be an alternative to typing. It really should become your default for truly human-like interactions. Let's move along and see how this builds in section 4, agents and deep research, unlocking autonomy. So we've gone from fixing our text to giving the AI senses. Now we're literally handing over the keys. First up, agent mode. This is a game-changing feature that enables ChatGPT to autonomously open internet browsers, search the web, and actually interact with websites on your behalf. If you've got tedious, multi-step web tasks, like, say, figuring out if that new Geo BlackRock fund is a solid investment based on fundamental analysis, agent mode is your ultimate solution.
To show you just how autonomous this is, check out this timeline. You give the prompt, and the AI literally opens a Google Flights tab on its own. It inputs your specific parameters, like Bangalore to London, sometime between December and February. It browses, finds the cheapest dates, and boom, returns a 48,000 rupee ticket. It's doing all the heavy lifting, all the clicking and searching, while you can just be doing other things in different tabs.
And then we have deep research. This is a mode that conducts thorough, PhD-level web research to compile extensive multi-page data reports. If you've ever needed, say, a 20-page document analyzing a market, doing a full SWOT analysis, or identifying business growth opportunities, well, this is the exact kind of heavy-duty intelligence you would normally pay a high-end consulting firm to generate. To put that into perspective, wrap your head around this staggering number, 132. In one example, a user asked for an in-depth report on the spending habits of Gen Z in India, focusing on things like quick commerce and EMIs. In just 16 minutes, Deep Research analyzed 132 different web sources to create a highly detailed 8-page PDF report. That is just mind-blowing efficiency. But autonomy doesn't just stop at research. It integrates directly into the apps you use every single day. You can connect it to Canva and ask it to build a 10-page presentation on designer Sabyasachi. Link it to Spotify to auto-curate a playlist with vibes similar to Taylor Swift's Lover. Use schedules to automate routines, like checking the price of a 3 BHK in Bangalore every Monday at 2 p.m. Or dive into the study and learn mode, which doesn't just hand you the answer to the Pythagorean theorem, but actually teaches it to you interactively step by step. It's connecting to the outside world to completely automate your life. Which brings us to the final stage of our journey. Section 5, customizing your AI assistant, giving it an identity. All right, so now we have an AI that's smart, it has senses, and it's autonomous. But we need to give it a persistent identity so it actually knows who you are every time you log in. You can tweak its tone to be witty, nerdy, maybe a little cynical. You can feed it permanent background details, like telling it you're a 24-year-old creator living in Bangalore, ensuring all its answers fit that specific context. It uses memory and pulse features to keep track of your world. You can even use projects to organize your life, intentionally keeping your stock market investing separate from your health and nutrition workouts. It permanently shapes how the AI talks to you. The real game changer here is taking advantage of custom GPTs. A custom GPT is essentially a personalized, reusable version of ChatGPT trained on your specific documents. You could upload all your past LinkedIn posts, and it will literally clone your writing style to become your own personal content writer. You can also tap into community builds like Scholar GPT for writing research papers, making these incredibly specialized workflows available with just one click. Oh, and a quick, super useful tip for you. If you're ever working on something sensitive, or you just want to experiment off the record, toggle on temporary chat. It keeps zero memory of the interaction, so it won't mess up your main profile's context, and it completely erases the conversation from the servers after 30 days. Good to know for sure. I think this quote perfectly summarizes the core philosophy of our entire explainer today. ChatGPT isn't your best friend yet, unless you give it the context it needs. Look, the AI is a brilliant engine, but it absolutely requires your steering. Your true power comes from how well you guide the tool, how you format your prompts, and how you set up its identity. We've covered a massive amount of ground today on the Zero to Hero journey, so I want to leave you with this final thought. Now that you have the RTCRO framework, the sensory inputs of voice and vision, and the complete autonomy of agent mode and deep research, what will you build with the other 99%? Don't let these incredible features just sit there untouched. Open ChatGPT right now, apply these power users